Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sanchez here, stuck in some Nashville's traffic after work, like every day. Hour drive home sucks. But anyways, let's get to the trading, see what's going on here for you guys. Essentially, I called out for the group to do an NZD sale. We did pretty well. We got up at the top and finished at the bottom. I had a stop loss and profit, so when it shot back up, it just closed out my trade. I still ended up quite a few pips. So now we figure out what to do from here, right? Do I immediately enter in another sell now that I see we have a quote-unquote double top? Or, where is the market going to go here? So a lot of people ask, what's next? How do you decide what's next? Well, I typically, I would do a forecast, but then you have to have the ability to adapt with the market, okay? So you just have to always have a complete open mindset when it comes to trading. So right now I'm looking at NZDUSD 4 hour, and I see that, we're on the top of an uptrend. If I zoom out here, we can see that we're on a, that's right. So if I move my trend line, you like right there, right? So you can see we have an uptrend. Just in generally speaking, we have an uptrend. Now we're closing it onto a double top. So now that my position's ended, I want to see what do I do next. Well, so what I first try to do is look at where did price move to, right? So I see prices up here at 68850, that kind of thing, and I'm looking for signs of reversal. Well, looking at the 4 hour chart, I don't see one. Again, you want to read the market. You don't want to predict it. You just want to move with it, kind of thing, right? It's a balance. So we go down in the 1 hour. I like to go down actually on a, when it comes down to like when it comes down to finding out if a move has finished or exhausted, anything like that. I like to use the lower time frames to see a sign of reversal. So like if I go down on if I'm looking on the 4 hour, I don't see nothing, I'll look down on 1 hour and look for something. If I don't see nothing in 1 hour, I'll look on the 30 minute, that kind of thing. Now again, the less of the time frame, the less weight it has, but it's still a good, very, very good way of getting in an early entry. That's how I've been getting my early entries. So right now on the 1 hour, see here on the 4 hour, there wasn't much information here, right? We just have a huge bullish candle followed by another small bearish candle. So I'll go down in the 1 hour. Now, upon investigation on the 1 hour, we see a clue, right? So 1 hour, I like 1 hour. I use 1 hour a lot for entries. So this candle right here, that's a doji candle. That candle stands for indecision. Not necessarily it's going to go one way or the other, but that is an indecision. Now, it's not a guarantee that market's going to reverse. It doesn't mean it's going to go from up to a down or down from an up. It's simply off of a doji candle. Otherwise, we'll all be trading doji candles. We'll all be rich. That's not the case. So you have to build up a case, all right? So right here, I see a doji candle. All right, so now, let me delete that guy. Now, if I go down to the 30 minute, oh my gosh. If I go down to the 30 minute, do I see anything that's convincing as far as a reversal is concerned? I kind of do, right? We have a, see, here's the thing though. Let me point out a few things, So we have, wow. We have this candle right here, okay? That's a pin bar, a bearish pin bar. But it's not really truly, it's not bearish to the fact that I like it to be bearish, because I say that because it's white, you know what I mean? So like while it closed low of the candlestick, it still had a lot of buyers in the group. So let me go ahead and delete that candle. And then we also had another doji candle over here. You can see that, right? So we had another doji candle on the 30 minute. So it's kind of a good sign to the bull side, or to the bears, right? We're gonna go fall back down. But not so quick, you know what I mean? It's not so quick. I don't know for sure how far low is going to go, etc., etc. Now, I know the market had a very strong bullish rush, and whenever that happens, you need a resting point, right? But I'm not entering a sell right immediately, and there's a good reason behind that. So the market's moving pretty good right now to the bull side. So let me go ahead and show you guys the whole reason why I started this recording. So if I go up to the daily time frame, Looks like we have a nice double top over here. It's a very sharp double top on the daily time frame. But just to kind of get an idea of where the market is and its movements, I like to use Fibonacci retracements, right? I use the nearest low and the nearest high to find where is price in the market. Like if this is a map, Fibonacci retracement acts like my GPS. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a good analogy. It acts like my GPS. It lets me know where the market is and the potential places it can go. So I go to my Fibonacci retracements, and I like to use most recent highs, most recent lows. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is a strategy, not necessarily strategy. I don't want to use these corny words, but it's a method that I've used over this past year of learning Forex, and that's like using multiple Fibonacci's on the same time frame. So you would have different swing highs and swing low points, okay? And whatever points overlap, that's a significant zone, okay? So if a Fibonacci retracement level overlaps, that's a significant zone. So let me go ahead and start up here, and let me go ahead and extend these out for us. Maybe it's right to the right. Yeah, right to the right. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down to my swing low. Oh, that's not my swing low. Alright, there's my swing low. And then if I go over here to this high, because this was a high, and it was literally the most recent high to where price is at right now. Okay, so I see price has gotten up, we're in between 61 and 78. Now, if I go up to the higher swing high, I'm going to use another fib, right? If I use another fib, I can get way up there and overlay it. Let's go ahead and make that a different color so we can see it. Here we go here. Let's go to blue. Alright. So that looks pretty spot on. Let me make sure that it is spot on. I mean, it looks pretty spot on to me. Can I even grab it? Nope. I can't grab it, but that's can I grab it? Let me grab it. Anyways, it looks up there. I'm eyeballing it. Let me make sure. See if I eyeball this. Alright. Oh, look at that. Heck yeah. Okay, so that's good enough for me. So essentially, now I'm using the same low but a different swing high, and I'm overlapping them. So they both have the same swing low in this instance, except this keeps jumping every time I move my finger. Okay. So there we go. So now you see some overlapping levels, don't you? So for example, we have the 23 and the 38 overlapping. We have the 78 and the 50 overlapping, the 61 and 38 overlapping. Now, a key note, the closer they're overlapping, the better. So if they're like stacked, that's like high alert, high alert, high alert. You know what I mean? So right now, what I have noticed is that we have a level. I like this 78 and a 50 level right here. This is kind of sticking out at me. Okay, so if I bring out my rectangle and I'm gonna highlight this for you guys. So this zone right here, I like that. I like that area right there. And I'm gonna tell you why here. Because on this level, this 50%, this is the 50% level of this of that major swing high, swing low. That major swing high, swing low. That's 50% of that swing. So that's a good retracement level. Okay, so if I go out to the so that's good. So that's the data that I've collected thus far. So now let's go out to the weekly, and this is really all I needed to see. As soon as I seen this weekly chart, I was like, oh my gosh, money. Okay, so as we all know, the way that I teach trading, let me just do a real quick overview. Market moves in two forms, okay? Consolidation and breakout. So check this out. If we have a resistance, we have a floor, all right? Market will do this. It will boom, 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 and then it'll break out either to the downside or That's the point I'm trying to make, okay? So look at this consolidation on the weekly that we had up here. So we had this, right? So we had boom, 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 breakout. Now, this is something that I always teach as well. We have a 3-step process that I teach. 1, 2, 3. So we have a break, we have a retest. Oh my gosh, driving and texting is horrible. And then we have a continuation. Okay? So what does that mean? That means if there is a level, okay, let's say there's a level, we will have a dance, we'll have a break, we'll have a retest, we'll have continuation. Okay? So again, we have a break, retest, continuation. Now looking at our chart, does that not look what we've got going on right here on this weekly? We have a break, we have a consolidation, we have a break, and then now we're entering the retest. So here comes the point of me ha-haing at this 50% level of the swing, because we're also not only at the 50% retrace level for that major swing, but we're also at the retesting level of that swing, right? So this is a very good sign that price is going to continue moving downwards, okay, for me. Now, here's also a neat thing to check out, right? Let me go ahead and bring this back out. Okay, so not for shits and giggling, because it's actually good data, right? So if I look at this move right here, that move, right, and I want to discover what was significant about this 0 level, what was significant about that to turn up and retest, why did it do that? You know what I mean? That could have picked out our buy stop, or we could have set a buy limit right there or whatever. But anyways, so why was that level, why did it decide to turn around right there? Because at these turnaround levels, you're not always going to get a price action setup, meaning like the candles aren't going to always tell you. Like for example, we have, like if I'm looking down here and I want to try to figure out why did price stop at 0.64180 before moving back up, just by purely looking at this, I would have never known it made it that far. You know what I mean? There's no kangaroo tail, there's no doji candle, there's no pattern, nothing. So how could I use the data, how can I use history to know where I'm going in the future? Fibonacci retracement. Alright? So what I'm going to show you guys is how I use Fibonacci retracement, how to identify this potential level by measuring this move right here. So this move happened back in 2014, 2015, and I want to know why, where could it possibly stop that in the year 2018. So I'm living it in 17, 18, and I want to know where could price fall down to. All right, I'm gonna show you how to find that answer. You can use previous swing highs and lows with Fibonacci retracement. Now there's no golden level or anything like that. I mean, the 61 and 38 are pretty important, but it can go down to 23, go down to 78. So what I am going to do here is, let me take off this ray really fast, because I don't want to ray this one. I don't want to ray this one. Take that off. All right, just to show this guy right here. Yeah, this is good. So let's make this guy a little bit bigger. Oh no, not this one. Let's make this guy a little bit bigger. Let's change this color to green or something. Yeah. All right, cool. So now hopefully we can all see that. So I'm gonna measure this swing low and this swing high. All right. Now look at that. Look at fucking that. Alright. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this already, but look. The turnaround point was exactly the 23.6 mark. Boom! That's how you do that, baby. So this is just all this is how I trade from my cell phone. Literally, this is how I trade from my cell phone. I'm using Fibonacci retracement. I'm using support resistance. I'm using trend lines. No indicators, purely price. That's how I trade, just like this, guys. And I mean, the stuff's amazing. You know what I mean? And then whoa, stupid traffic. And then also, here's something else I never noticed until just now. Look at that 61.8 level. What does it line up with? Nearly our 50% level, where we're talking about where price can reverse. So now I have a lot of confluence, a lot of data right here that's telling me price is going to reverse around this level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and predict that price is going to come back up a little bit more and is going to come down. So this is what I'm predicting. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and clear this chart up, right? Because now we know what we're working with. We know what we're looking at. We built up a reason, a case. We've drawn our trend lines. Okay. So what I am expecting to happen is this right here. This is going to be my sell limit zone. This guy right here. Oh, come on. Where are you? Oh. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Don't mind those. It's not picking it up for me. There we go. Fuck. Alright. So anywhere here. Let's change this to this color. So that guy right there. Yep. Anywhere in there. Again, there's not going to be a perfect system. You're not going to get the tip of the wick every single time. Nothing like that. You just want to zone. Make sure you invest the amount of money you're willing to lose. And yep. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna buy to up here, and then I'm not gonna buy. I'm gonna just wait, sell all the way down, right? And how low can it go? Well, I'm gonna go say at least back down to this previous low right here. Come on. At least to that previous low. What was that? 6.0 something? Go down in here. This is where my take profit going to be. The take profit, we'll probably be back at that 23 level again, and then 0. Alright, so now what do we do for stop loss, right? We go to the nearest zone. So if I go down, let's get a better right there. There it is. I see it already. I use previous highs and previous lows for stop losses. So right up in here, this is where my stop loss is going to be. So I'm going to enter at 69538 or whatever. I'm going to go all the way down to way low. So as you can see, if I go back to the weekly, I'm going to go into the weekly so you can see the targets, or you can see the whole screen. But essentially what we're working with is let's see. So if that's entry, I can draw a red. Yeah, there we go. I can do this. Let me draw a red. Oh no. Yeah, so okay. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to illustrate this to you guys, sorry. And it's not, I don't know what the heck's going on. Let's go. So let's draw a red square at that level. Red. So you can see red, and then my green. Alright, let me let's do this. Let's bring this down a little bit more. So right about there. So and then our entry is going to be somewhere in here. Alright, so there's our red. And then let's get another square. You know what I mean? There's our green. Yep, perfect. So there's our stop loss and there's our take profit. So there is your probability. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that's like a fucking 8-to-1 ratio, right? Obviously, this can be a very long sell, obviously, and very well may hit stop loss and go up. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm looking at right now, guys. I don't want to take too much more of your time. I'm at 20 minutes. Whew! Sorry about that, guys. I hope you guys learned something. Take it easy.